Alrighty, Sharp Customs, we are rolling. Some more content, a little update on the 1952 Chevy pickup. As you can see, we got the cab all epoxy, doors epoxy, back on. We got them hinged, latching. This door still needs a little bit of adjustment. The passenger door went on nice, went on beautiful actually. We've got the rear end. We took it all out, we checked it, we checked the gear. It's an open carrier, so it's just a one wheel peeler. Gear lube looked like it was 100 years old, looked like tar. So we'll put in some fresh stuff. We moved the trailing arms 2 inches forward to get the wheel center in the rear fenders. And as you can see, we boxed the frame where these goofy, I shouldn't say goofy, you know, some guys are into this, but basically had these big C notches on there. Somebody was going to air ride it. You know, being an everyday truck, it's pretty much going to sit right where it's sitting. We're going to utilize the perches. We're going to put them on the back of the axle and probably run a coil spring type suspension of some sort. We still got to center it with a pan hard bar that was in there. We'll modify it. But we were going to do a video of some airbrushing. That picture right there, that's airbrushing. That's pretty much all freehand airbrushing. I know most of you have seen it. That's a very old piece. That's from actually dated 1999 I did that one. But we're going to go over to the quarter scale and I'm going to spray some paint on it. I have it masked out. Basically tricking out the body a little bit. I'm not going to bore you with airbrushing the whole thing because I don't even really consider this airbrushing. As you can see, I've got my tape on there. I've got it cut out. Did some cool stuff on the front. You'll get to see that in a minute. I'm just going to blow these in. Like I say, I don't really call this airbrushing because I'm just following the lines. Really, you just have to be a little steady, and you'll see how fast this goes. This goes pretty fast. I'll just go at it. I'll try and talk as I go, like I normally do. So I'm just going to follow. I got red loaded because I want kind of a red-orange flame. You don't have to be too precise here. I try to follow the split line between the yellow paint. See, now I get these little creases in my transfer tape because when you're trying to put it on a curvy area like this, it tends to wrinkle a bit. I might get some flash through from the paint on these. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pinstriping these flames somehow, some way. I don't know, they're kind of tiny compared to doing real things, real vehicles, I mean. Real vehicles, obviously, you're working with a much bigger canvas, kind of nice, just trying to keep the red blended nice. Yeah, I can wiggle out of the lines a bit. I try and keep it fairly consistent. We'll do some trick, neat, cool little attributes as soon as I get all these rounded out. I want to do this kind of as quick as possible. I don't want to bore everybody. I don't want to have people skipping out through the videos. I I like people to watch the whole thing, try to keep it interesting. And I know everybody does that. They just want to see the final layout. And we will get there. I think you'll like it. I'm going to do these little, I used to go like this. I'm going to show you something. So I used to make templates on real vehicles. And basically, I used to make templates about that long. And I called them my killer fish, and I would use them to lay out, like, you know, real flames on full-size cars. Kind of funny. I had templates. Now I don't use templates. I just draw it on the transfer tape, cut it. That's another thing I'll explain with this. So these flame layouts, I cut these right on the transfer tape. And I do that, but you gotta be aware that you're gonna probably cut through into the paint, and it will leave a slight mark. I try to do it as gentle as possible. The only thing you really risk there, cutting into the paint, is possibly when you pull your masking tape or your transfer tape off, you could pull pieces of the underlying paint. That's an issue, you know. I'm just going to do some quick little roundies, I call them. Kind of make the flames. And you can double them up if you want. You could do two. Not really, you could just do a small one. You can do what I call tails. Good thing, see that? Good thing I did that on the tape. You can do stuff like that. I could do a triple, and then I could blow it up this way. Just kind of feather it, make it come up. Don't like that one. Don't like that one, but I'm not going to touch it. Just put like hot spots. I'm just trailing these up because I am going to blow this. Now I'm just hazing the red. I want it more to the orange than to the yellow. Just trying to blend it. I'm pulled way back so the paint atomizes a little better. This is where the whole shading thing comes into play. Want more red in the tips. More red. That's looking pretty good right about there. I'm going to carry on. Get this one done. This is just a simple little tail. Simple little tail. Just want to be mostly red by the look of it. Just blend that yellow. A little orangey. Gonna move on to the fender. Getting shadowed by the light, as you can see. That's my own hand in the way. Shadowing me, that's okay. Kind of gotta just move my light just a wee bit over there. Still shadowing me, I'm not gonna worry about it. I want you to all see the when I pull the tape off. Wanted to keep this video kind of short, just get some content out there to my viewers. Keep in mind, this is an RC car body, quarter scale. Probably going to take some bashing in the future. You know, you never know. Hope it all looks good when it's all finished. I'm hoping it all blends. I'm hoping, really hoping. Well, that looks good. What do you say we peel some paper and we have a look at this beast? I'll start back here. This is like, it's kind of like Christmas. You're, you know, you're unwrapping your surprise, your gift. I will be putting a logo on the tunnel cover eventually. Probably the Sharp Customs logo will go on right here on the tunnel cover. For something to do. Get some of the transfer tape off, see what it looks like on the purple. I hope it looks killer. Now see, I got some, you can see I got some bleed through here and there. I can scrape that with the knife, not a big deal. Like I say, this is probably going to be pinstriped. I'd like to pinstripe it in yellow, but it'd have to be a pretty small pinstripe, you know, and probably take a lot of time. I think that looks killer on the yellow. A little bit of blowout here and there. But I knew I would have to do some touch-ups here and there, and probably pinstripe it. I'll probably pinstripe it in a vinyl. You can look at the tailgate. The tailgate's got a couple little attributes on it. Did that bow tie kind of in a silvery chrome. Added a couple baby tail lights. There we go. We're getting the reveal. It's a little slow. As soon as I get all this paper peeled, we'll get a good look at what the whole thing will look like with the flames. This was laying out these flames was just kind of on the fly. Never really had a direction. I could have did connectors to this one, to that one, all the way back. Kind of wasn't the idea. The idea was just to get some cool graphics on it, just to make it look, you know, make it look good, make it look like it's on fire. And I've noticed I got a couple little spots I'm gonna have to touch up with the purple where it peeled. A couple little pieces of purple, not a big deal. I can go back in. And I can touch those up. There we go. I did some airbrushing on the front. If the camera wants to show the front, when she pans down, we got some overspray marks here and there. Nothing that can't be cleaned up. Overall, I'm thinking the flames look pretty good on the purple. Kind of did the kind of a silvery chrome effect on the grill. Just did the bumper, front lower bumper black. In the grill there are subtle highlights, get some little black squiggle lines. There, believe it or not, there is blue and yellow at the bottom, blue on the top. It's so subtle, it's so hard to see. I think it looks pretty bitchin'. I'll spin it around. Got the other side. See, like I was saying, we got a little bit of yellow overspray down in here. It's snuck in there. And you can see we've got this, the blowout on the wrinkles. I can scratch that out with my knife. And it's all probably going to be pinstriped. There's a couple spots on these posts here where it pulled the purple. Not a big deal. Can all be touched up. Little scratch up here, not sure where that came from. We'll touch it up. I think we should set this aside just for a second. I will pull up the chassis, sit here on the floor. Another job I gotta do is to get that chassis all cleaned up, painted. There we go. There we go. Sitting on the chassis. Got a little overspray to clean up. I can see on the back tunnel. A little blow by in around here and there. I don't know. Overall, I think it's pretty bitchin' looking. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe if we could, I could get the camera girl to come over here where I'm standing and she could get a kind of a full view from where I'm kind of looking at it. Would kind of give all the viewers a good view. And keep in mind, I have to clear coat it yet. Hopefully get that done later today, maybe tomorrow. But overall, I think that is a bitchin' looking quarter scale 50s Chevy truck body. I think I could have probably spent more time and maybe linked up the flames, maybe put some tails here and there, you know, some embers. But I wanted to keep it to the traditional style flame. I was going to go with a more true flame, but my templates would have been very small, and I've never really done flames that small. But like I say, overall, you didn't get to see all the airbrushing. You got to see me, you know, blowing a little bit. Didn't want to bore you with the whole, you know, this took hours. You know, probably spent a few hours just on the grill and the headlights, doing the tailgate. I guess after it's clear coated, we'll probably shoot a small video driving it. I think that will be very interesting. So share, like, subscribe, and comment. And till the next video, Sharp Customs, peace out.